Yo guys, welcome back to another video. And low-key, I'm just confused on what to do. And since it is raiding rifts, I thought might as well just show you guys how free to play friendly Zoro is, and how good of a unit he is, because he's pretty much a free unit. Well, I don't really got the 7-day login, but of course if you log in you can just get Zoro for free. And from the selection banner, it's pretty easy to get, so his ascensions are pretty much free as well. It's just 25k gold, and you can easily triple ascend him. He's not too hard to get. And we're just running a few other units with them. We got Whitebid here with a C1 Doctor. It's quite important. If you don't have a C1 Doctor, just replace the Smith with the Witch, of course. You can get her from Banner as well. And if you do have Lucy, of course you can use Lucy as well. And then Nami, of course, for a farm. Law, if you don't have the battle pass for Law, it's the tier 51. I feel like it is, at this point in time, it should be something you guys have. So you have Law for his pull. We are using a burb on him, but it's one that just gives him a bit of range. He's not really doing that much damage. Well, he does a bit of damage, but we're not using him for his damage. It's just the pull he has that gives us extra value. So if you don't have him, you can just run Dio. It's a unit that a lot of people should just have. So yeah, just run him. And yeah, Brook is from Banner as well, pretty easy to get. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the setup, and Whitebid you can use on Eva as well. In terms of the other familiars I'm running on these guys, let's see. I gave them pretty mid-average ones, like Zoro I gave him like a 13, 6, 4, and 18. Of course I've got way better ones that I'm not gonna run because I'm trying to make this as like simple and easy to understand. You can see Law, I just gave him 16 range. C1 Doctor for Whitebid. And who else is here? Let's see. And Nami with a Yuruzu, that's it. I didn't give the two buffers anything. I could have given them Fuse, but we're just gonna run with this. And this setup is not too hard to run, and you'll see the clear is pretty easy with Zoro as well. And I was gonna say at the start, yeah, I'm trying to maintain upload schedules daily, so that's why I'm trying to post this video. Low-key, I'm confused. If you got any video ideas, let me know. But yeah, let's just get into this. Alright, so pretty much I don't even know why, yeah, but this next portion that you can see, the next bit of the voice over is gonna be a bit choppy. And I don't know why I sound bare dull and like depressed, but forgive me for that. But low-key, the last few days have been jam-packed for me and I've been busy, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, so you can enjoy that part. And yeah, I'll just let the video continue how it is. Doing all that voiceover again is gonna take forever, so yeah, it's gonna be from now. This strat we're just farming at the back, placing at the back. We probably could place a bit further forward, but just for safety, if you want to be secure, you place in this little bend over here. It's a nice little bend, and for your law, it's pretty good as well, because you have nice pull range on it as well. Because if you guys don't know, that law one is zone 1, you can pull enemies to a specific point, one time only, of course. You see, we use the law with zone 3 to apply wanted onto them, and we have the white bids here for slow and stun. We place Brock down, do his buff, blah de blah de blah. You want to hit 40 notes, you see X40. And here you're trying to keep collecting these chests and start upgrading your Zoros. You want to get them all to full AoE first, which is upgrade 6. Once they are at that upgrade, you can of course start further upgrading them, but the main priority is upgrade 6, so they're all full AoE. But yeah, just keep tracking where the chests are spawning and just keep collecting them. And here I just gave the Smith buffs, the one that gives 10% damage to all my units, which is why they have a bit more damage, and the extra 3%, well, the 0.03 is from them being fire element, because as you guys do know, when you're placed down in your range and you have other fire elements in your range, you get more damage as well. But you can see these enemies are just not leaking, you know, they're not getting past the Zoros. And you can see we're targeting Luffy here over here. And this Luffy boss will just get shredded, you know. You can see our effective DPS, DPS. It's pretty high, you know. It's kind of nuts, you know, for a unit who's traitless is doing this much. It's kind of nuts. But here I did max my Smith up at wave 20, of course, and I gave the damage buffs to my Smiths or my Zoros. And you can see after we do 3 successful Smith buffs, we're able to use the Dragon Slayer, because once you use 3 regular buffs, it gives you a free masterwork, and that masterwork we put onto another Zoro. So all Zoros have damage buffs right now. And now we sold our army over here. And we have 2 Zoros set to last, and of course 1 Zoro set to first. It's just to clean up the mobs and make sure we can, of course, effectively clean them up. But yeah, once they all have like, once all the mobs are like in this range, we're gonna set them all to last. And we gave Sword of Actuation to Zoro as well, by the way. And judging by my placement, you can see we can move Zoro slightly left if you want to. You got a lot of range to work with in Zoro. And here we did max law, and you want to put him to zone 2 because he is full AoE, and you know, you switch him to zone 1 when you actually need him to be pulling the boss. You'll see what I mean. But you're seeing all enemies in range, which is not too bad, you know. And we turn to this last thing one more time, just to ensure we have the extra 60% damage buff. And yeah, once the boss enters range, we wanna use this Hell is Frozen and switch all our Zoros to bosses. And here you can see the damage we're doing to this boss. It's kind of crazy, you know. You can see the effective DPS on all the Zoros, like 150k DPS, pretty much average wise. And you see 186k DPS on that one. It's kind of crazy, you know. The fact that I'm not even slowing it effectively as well. We're able to do like pretty much half its health in just that much range. And we use zone 1, you see what it does. It pulls the boss back to there. And now we can go back to zone 2. And we just keep stalling the boss. I do this one more time, I don't know why. I had enough time to ignore it, but it's fine. And I switch this law back to zone 1. You see those mobs get pulled back, and so you can switch this law back to zone 2. And you can see what Zoro's doing, you know. His damage is just nuts. He's such a great unit, such a great free-to-play unit. You can use him traitless. Of course, his idle trait is Monarch because he is 60k yen to max, or 66k yen to max. So if you have him on Monarch, it's very effective for cheap early game defending because he is 600 place. You can just place him wave 1 and just defend early game. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and yeah, let me know what you think of Zoro. See you next one. Peace.